Welcome to the 2024 Who Would Watch This Awards.
I mean 2023 awards.
2023 awards.
Time to get the tar
No,
right.
this is coming out on the 1st, isn't it?
No, but we call it 2023 awards. It's like the Oscars would be like, 2020. Here's the thing, the naming.
No, you're forgetting.
What?
No, because if you type them in, it's the 2024 Oscars.
I know, but you know what? Screw that system. I don't like the system. We're calling it the 2023.
Well, let's go by. Is this the third annual?
Third. My name's Oscar.
My name's Carl. This is Who Would Watch This
award
show.
Either the year or the number. We'll figure it.
It's up to you.
It's in the title.
How about the listener does something for once?
Yeah.
Do the research yourself. Figure out which year we've done this. Huh? Why is it on me?
Welcome to the Who Would Watch This Awards, Carl. Oh my god.
Oscar!
It's that special time of year again.
Oh my god, it's that time of year where we absolutely phoned in an episode.
Episode. We reminisce without having to watch a movie. We did jot down some categories though.
Yeah, we've always got stellar categories.
Yeah.
They're episodes that even I don't want to listen to, but even I'm like, oh, what did we do last year?
Carl, we're gonna have, and the audience, we're gonna have a beautiful little hour here. We're going to go through some of the year's best, the worst, some fun little categories, and just reminisce about 2023. Do we get just straight into it?
Shall we get right into it?
What's the first award? This is the first award, sort of like, you know, the one that cut the editing for the Oscars. But this one's like, I don't know, sound design. They're like, that could be on the ad break.
Yeah, this is like best documentary short.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
This is what this first one is.
Yeah, you know, it matters a lot to the people in contention, but not a lot to the people viewing the Oscars. Best series.
Oh my god, huge.
That we've done.
We did quite a few.
We did a lot of franchises this year. In the best series category, up for actually should it be best series or worst series?
I think the one that just packed a bit of punch, you know?
Okay,
Series
that packed a bit of punch. The nominees are the Fast and Furious franchise, the Hercule Poirot franchise, the Scooby-Doo franchise, the Meg franchise, and the Robert Langham franchise.
Wow, what a year. And you know what? People, might say out loud, the betting is open, by the way, so you can bet on it at home.
We're live on Sportsbet.
Yeah.
Get out there. My money's on Robert Langham.
Yeah, here's the thing.
And I know the answer.
The fan favorite has been Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious has taken up, believe it or not, 20% of the year, which is crazy.
Crazy, and we even skipped a spin-off.
Yeah.
But then also phoned in an episode as well on that. So...
we have phoned in. Yeah. I think as we realised throughout this, we did phone in a few episodes.
We've phoned in a few this year. Sometimes a host needs a break. We get busy.
Carl, let's talk about this.
Let's be honest here. I think if we're talking about one that packs the most punch...
Yeah.
There's only two for me.
Okay, huge.
Okay, what do you...
I'm just saying Robert Langdon and Fast and Furious.
Hectic. I was going to say Robert Langham and Poirot.
Okay, huge. Here's the thing. Fast and Furious is all-consuming, and it has packed a punch.
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's simply too much.
That's crazy. So you're going for the second one that's packed a punch.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? It's simply too big for its own boots.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
It's cocky. It's a lot. Yeah, it's packing a punch, but it's too much of a punch, and I don't care for it.
It's up itself. It knows it's got punches. It's actually, out of these franchises, it's the one that has people punched the most out of other people. So,
Carl, I mean,
we've both said
we did say both. We did both. Yeah,
I feel like we've both agreed with Robert Langham. I think what I love about this series, no character arc.
Yep.
No consistency and quality.
An A-list celebrity who is like not phoning it in, but it's funny. This is his money.
Definitely trying little.
It's Toy Story and this.
Yeah.
Like maybe the first one he gave it a go, but. The fourth one?
The third?
Yeah.
That one where it was like, we're a second to midnight, and Tom Hanks was like, yeah, fuck it.
Carl, what else do we have? We have the Meg, I think.
Which, look, it was just, it's a twofer.
It's a twofer.
I got it. That second Meg sucked.
Yeah.
That movie was a tough watch.
That was.
That was like, God, that was a bizarre experience, wasn't it? It was like a sequel to the Meg. It was like a thriller in the middle, and then it was like Jurassic World at the end.
And I sort of bet on that's still gonna, and I'm fingers crossed that makes the most money this year. I win $100. It has to be
If it makes $1 billion, or
if it makes the most money in the year.
Oh, it has to be Barbie?
Yes, it has to be Barbie.
Oh, you're fucked.
Oh, no, I think it's getting a re-release in IMAX. I think Megaheads are coming to
it's coming back on 70mm, believe it or not. They were like, nah, we've put it on film. We've pushed it onto celluloid.
Carl, I don't even think we discussed it. Listen, it's the Langdon series.
I think it's absolute. And also, I think we're potentially saying his name wrong.
Yeah.
Is it Robert Langham? Langdon.
Now, I'm now concerned with mixing it with Landon from the After series, who technically did get it. They only had one entry this year, but they were.
Oh, don't worry. That franchise is up for a lot of nominations tonight too.
Oh my God,
every episode's getting its due, so it's totally okay for us to share the love. I'm happy to give it away to the Robert Langham series.
Wow, first Woot of the year. Ow, this is huge. Robert Langdon, you take your trilogies and you take that Woot Award. Congratulations.
Now have your Woot Award. You know, Oscar, speaking of phoned-in episodes, this is the filler bit where the hosts just come out with a mic.
Oh, yeah.
It's like...
the audience isn't aware this is a bit. They're like, oh, God, Kevin's coming at me.
Yeah.
And he's going to have a mic in my
They're
face.
like, wow, they got Trevor Noah and Ellen DeGeneres? Wow. Jimmy Kimmel 4 years in a row.
He's just that good. That's why they keep getting him back. Carl, this Foot Next award is for us personally. It's the most phoned in award. That's right. We said at the start that there was none. Guess what? There was a few.
But they were full length, and that's what mattered.
Full length.
You still got 40 to 50 minutes of minor quality to help you on your drive or to take a dump.
Carl, who are the nominees?
The nominees are... Carl and Oscar write Fast and Furious 11.
Oh, that's a good one.
Carl and Oscar 3rd year anniversary episode.
Oh, okay.
Carl and Oscar chat the Razzies and the Oscar nominations.
Oh my God, this is a tight race. Here's the thing. All those episodes required us not to watch a movie. There are some that we watched a movie and still phoned in, but these are the ones that we pre-planned to phone in.
Here's the thing.
Which is lazier.
That Razzie and Oscars episode, that's never going away. You idiots still listen to those ones, and they're always staying around.
We're doing it next year. We're doing it in about 2 months' time.
I love having a week off in January. It's like the 1-2 punch of taking a week off in December and a week off in Jan. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Carl, here's the problem, and here's not the problem, actually, the evidence of what is the phone-in one. I think that anniversary one should have been checked. I think we should have done it in the effort to look up the clips.
Oh yeah, that is easily the laziest episode.
That's ridiculous.
It is. It was me going through my phone, being like, what if we did 20 minutes into this episode, and you being like, sure. Just terrible.
Just dreadful stuff. We could have found the clips and gone, that's a real fun memory.
I know.
It's a clip show, but they haven't even bothered, which is already lazy, but they haven't even bothered to find good clips.
We haven't got a producer. It's just us.
So
what were we
Every
meant
week
to do?
we panic and go, oh God, we're doing a podcast. Shit.
We're not used to it in the slightest. I think I will also throw my weight behind. I think Carl and Oscar Riot Fast and Furious 11 is a great episode.
I think that was fun. I think it's fun. And to be perfectly honest, I cannot wait for that 11th one to come out.
I think we've nailed it.
I think we've got... Listen, we went a bit wacky, but I think we've nailed some of the cliches.
Yeah, absolutely. I guarantee you they're going to go supernatural.
Yeah.
Vin
Diesel's going to fight a ghost, and he's going to nail it, okay? He's going to beat the shit out of that ghost, but not too much of a punch. That's the thing about it.
I'm keen to see what they do, because it seems like Vin Diesel does not want Jason Momoa to come back. And I'm like, he is your Thanos you seem to have set up.
This is going to come out, I think, just after Aquaman comes out, and I've also got a similar bet that that's going to make as much money as Barbie. So, I think Vin Diesel's going to be crawling on back to Jason Momoa, and you can quote me on that. Big movie fan over here. I know my stuff.
It's funny that you're saying that though, but it wouldn't shock me if suddenly Aquaman made like $1 billion like the first one.
Yeah.
And Vin Diesel was like, I guess we'll get Momoa back. Like, he already caved and let The Rock come back.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, did he cave? I think they snuck him at the end with the editing room.
I
think at the premiere he was like, well, you probably didn't say it in the credits.
Vin Diesel
he saw his name on the credits, went, I'm done.
It was me that made the movie. I reckon he had his own special credits where it just comes up and says, bye, Vin Diesel, and then it goes to black.
He was like, yes, that's how it worked. Carl, I mean, what a win to our anniversary chat, which is always going to be lazy.
Which has also never won an award before.
Yeah.
And I think it's deserving of...
It's been snubbed a few years in a row.
It's probably, genuinely, if there was one episode I absolutely don't want to listen to, it's that one. That might be one of our worst episodes ever.
But here's the thing, you can hear it in our voices that we know we're being cheeky and not watching a movie. So good for us, huh? Big Wood.
Yeah, big Woot. And the Woot award goes to
our
anniversary, the third one.
Bless.
The next category I really ran away with.
Oh my god. And here's the thing, at this podcast we don't normally do that.
No, we don't run away with a thing. Us getting caught up in a bit
No,
happens.
It's never happened.
Never prove it.
If we cut out the bits, I genuinely think the film it's just us summarizing a movie for 20 minutes.
It is less.
Carl, who are the nominees?
The category is Best Twist.
Ooh.
The nominees are Alicia Silverstone was a man in Scooby-Doo
That's
2.
huge.
Parlo can't sing in Lizzie McGuire movie.
Oh my god.
The lead actress didn't want to come back in After Everything.
Snaps of that.
Lindsay Lohan did have a dad. Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. That little kid was smarter than everybody else, I guess? A Haunting in Venice?
Yes.
The nail polish was the blood, and if you didn't pick up on that, you're an idiot. Deaf on the Nile. They aren't aliens, they're just from the space between spaces. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Well, perhaps that first nominee of the season. Huh?
Yeah, first one of the season, right. Something about electric cars? Cars 2? I think that was a twist.
That was a twist.
That was a twist,
it was
right?
It was that they were second-class citizens,
Yeah.
and they were rising up against their filthy petrol overlords.
It was crazy. It was nuts. It was Ridley Scott who directed Legend. The crocodile was not a twink. Lyle crocodile. She was a ghost all along. Safe haven. The dad has cancer. The last song. And they're not a ghost and they didn't have cancer, but your brother did die at war and your photo saved me. The lucky one.
Oh, wow.
A ripping category.
Carl, it's crazy. This category, again, we've done this before, the biggest twist of the year,
Yeah.
and normally is subjected to 5. However, this year was big for twists.
It was massive for twists. This is a M. Night Shyamalan loved this year in our podcast.
He didn't like some other years. Carl, what jumps at me as quickly as possible is, one, I think you're right. Ridley Scott has been in the news. He directed Napoleon, and it's wacky. No one's chatting about...
Why does nobody talk about Legend?
People are pretty on the fence about they're either in one camp, but no one's bringing up this gem.
Yeah.
You've also mentioned that the crocodile wasn't a twink, and you're right. It was I think, a poor marketing on Disney.
They lead you, and who even knows if it was Disney, but they lead you to believe that crocodile's definitely going to be a twink in La La
Yes.
Crocodile. And he's simply a singing CGI crocodile.
Yeah.
Not even on the twink spectrum. So, what were we meant to do with that information?
Where would you say? Are you saying he's not on the spectrum at all? Are you saying twink to what's the opposite of a twink?
It's hard for me to comment because I'm not a crocodile.
Oh, gotcha.
So I don't know.
So you can comment on a twink scale, but what you can't comment on a crocodile scale.
I can't go on the crocodile scale.
Okay, gotcha.
We're not welcome in their land.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You know what it's like if you head up into their land.
It sounds like you're really homophobic towards crocodiles.
I'm not homophobic to
They're
crocodiles.
dirty over there in their place. I'm not going there. I want to turn into a crocodile. I
They
don't
live
want
in a swamp. They're very still and they're cold-blooded. I said what I said.
You know that's a stereotype.
It is.
It's very defamatory. It's not kind, okay? Okay? It's not, you can comment on your twinks, I'll comment on the crocodiles.
I think the thing is, what's a bear and a crocodile? A gator?
Combining those two?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Like a bear to a twink versus a gator to a crocodile.
Well, that is tough. I'd say gator's more strong and a bit more rednecky.
Yeah,
you know?
that's very true.
Yeah.
I mean, the gators are the ones that are from Florida, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we should rethink this entire category.
This is huge. Okay, well, I mean, I guess Shawn Mendes has been a twink, but as a crocodile...
Doesn't really count.
No, okay,
Doesn't really
it's
count.
void. We've
And-
never done that before.
and
Wow.
that's a twist in itself.
That's a twist in itself, in a sense, and should be one of the awards.
I'd like to throw out that when I was doing the category, I totally forgot, but that kid being smarter than everybody in A Haunting in Venice
Yeah,
was a
smarter
weird...
than Poirot.
Yeah. He was blackmailing everyone?
He was, and if I remember correctly, Poirot almost above his cloak swooped him in and took him under his wing.
Yeah.
And I guess the next one will be about him.
I don't think that's what happened at all.
I'm pretty sure Poirot, with his big black cloak, which he does very famously wears.
He does.
And and the kid was gone, but he went out to his academy. That's
It went
why
in a puff of smoke.
Yeah.
But it was weird. He was, and they let him get it, but it's like that kid essentially instigated a lot of murder.
A lot of murder.
Yeah.
And I think he knew. I think he knew what he was doing.
I couldn't even
It
tell
was a
you.
twist.
I couldn't even tell you right now why Michelle Yeoh was killed in that movie.
I can't remember. It must have been blackmail. Maybe the twist was...
I know who
Maybe
did
the twist
it.
was us that we didn't understand it, huh? It's a think of
Could
that
be.
film. It's a
It
think
could
of that
be.
film.
That's true. I mean, thoughts on Paolo, who can't sing, in Lizzie McGuire?
That was...
Did they hide that well enough?
They hid that from me. I was shook into my core. You know, I was under the impression I didn't know he'd be the bad guy. You know, I thought maybe the twin would be the bad guy. So I think it's a bit of a reveal.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you though, Ridley Scott directing a film, because I mean that
blew my mind.
That's not a twist in itself.
Yeah,
Because he's
that
directed
is.
like I don't know 8 a year, I think
Yeah.
roughly.
He doesn't stop directing.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop.
Since Legend, his first soiree.
Just keeps on fucking
Just
doing
keeps
it.
pumping them out.
He's already got a movie lined up for as soon as he's done with Gladiator 2. It's nuts. It's called Bomb. That's it. That's all we know.
Carl, I'd love it to give it to, you know what? It's a twist in itself. I'd like to give it to the twink crocodile.
You want to give it to the twin crocodile?
To us avoiding it as a category because somehow technically it doesn't work.
Oh, we can't comment.
We can't comment.
We can't comment. We are not crocodiles. But, you know, it's just, yeah.
Us avoiding the crocodile twink award goes to us, I guess.
Yeah, because that's a twist on this category.
Yes.
Congrats to
To
us.
us?
We just
Woot?
won a Woot
A what?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We can move on.
We can move on.
Oh, Oscar, it's one of our most beloved categories.
Oh, every year people are demanding it. They're going, more, more, more! Outside the window, it's upsetting. Carl, what's the
We've
category?
constantly got chance. It's like we're one of those like news anchor shows where the window's bare and people can just come up behind us with a sign.
You know what? I'm gonna say right now, because of, modern day phones, people are always on, on live now. But back then, you'd have to stand out in the cold and stare and scream at news anchors. And that's a kinder world. We should bring it back. But Carl, what's the category?
The category is most disgusting animated character.
Oh my god.
We have that weasel thing from Barbie as Rapunzel. We have Lyle Lyle Crocodile from Lyle Lyle Crocodile. We have every character in Strange Magic.
Ooh.
We have Flounder and how awful he aged in The Little Mermaid 2. We have all of the children in The Princess and the Pauper Barbie.
Oh.
And we have Mr. Electric from Shark Boy and Lava Girl / Taylor Lautner's dance scene.
Okay, huge. This is a great category, I gotta tell you.
It's a nail biter.
Yeah.
Finally, a real nail biter. We've been saying it all episode,
It's been
but
a
this
lot-
one's the real nail biter.
There's a lot of competition. Let's go through the nominees, huh? Carl, I'm gonna just straight up say it right now. You're not allowed to comment on Lyle. You've defaced him. I think if you're gonna say he's disgusting, I think that is just derogatory. And to be perfectly honest, I'm saving you from a lot of embarrassment right here.
well,
okay,
it's true, we can't comment.
We can't comment. We can't comment.
we're not
and
crocodiles.
therefore we're not commenting.
We can't do it.
However, that little weasel thing from Barbie is fucking hideous, and
my
I hope
God,
it gets stomped.
The way that it curled around, she slept on it and it curled around her eyes.
It was fucking disgusting.
If you've never seen what we're talking about, look up. Is it a fox or a weasel?
It's a
or
weasel.
Yeah,
A
it is
pheasant,
weasel.
possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, a pheasant.
I can't remember what it is.
But either way, it's a gross little otter, and I hope it kills
Oh,
itself.
it's an otter, maybe.
Yeah, it's an otter.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, it's got to be seen to be believed that somebody would animate him
Yeah.
something to even move like that.
Here's the thing: he's he's meant to be completely evil, and if the anime was going for that, they nailed it. Because I'm repulsed.
Absolutely.
As a child, I learned good and evil, and I knew that gross little thing was evil, and therefore I should be good.
We learn to judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
And that's what matters most.
That was a massive
we
thing.
go, oh, that thing is ugly on the outside, and thus
Therefore,
learned ugly on the inside.
Oh, great stuff. Now, we've also got Strange Magic, which I do remember being pretty repulsed by.
They're sort of human, but not really.
Yeah.
But kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
But no.
No, it's just unpleasant.
Yeah,
it is
it's a
unpleasant.
deeply unpleasant
And that's a big
experience.
widespread. I don't remember here's the thing. I don't remember anybody looking good, except I think the Bug King. He looked quite good.
Oh yeah, remember how I think we found out there was a lot of smut written about the
A lot
Bug
of smut. People wanted to fuck the Bug King.
Yeah,
so you know
hated
what?
finding that out.
Here's the thing. Everyone in Strange Magic pretty hideous. I think because of the popular. Here's the thing. we'll bow down to the popular demand. If the Bug King's raising the average of there, I think they're fine.
Yeah,
you know?
I think we're sweet.
Yeah. People want to get absolutely dicked down by this Bug King. Who are we to say no, huh?
Well, we're not bugs.
Now, Carl, even though we've said the weasel's fucking hideous,
Yeah.
Lyle, not commenting on, the strange magic, the children of Princess Pauper does feel mean, but would like to say they do also look hideous.
They are really quite foul.
I think they would eat skin.
Yes, that's right. They are, when they've got these little scrunched up faces.
Yeah.
They were definitely animated on a tight budget and maybe asked to be like
I'm
drawn
convinced.
in a day.
I thought they were just the Barbie models, literally like photoshopped down. You know, you can like scrunch it down, but they've not like pressed Alt when they do it. They've just
they've just squished
they
it.
just squished it.
Yeah, that's
what
right. And they've
done.
gone, that's about it.
That's
We'll
about
trim
height
the
of a
sides.
child. Yeah.
That's definitely what they did.
Listen,
they look very...
They look hideous.
They're like a little sandwich.
Yeah.
Like you sandwich them.
You kind of push them down.
Yeah.
Now, Carl, we've talked a lot about this, and even though I think in terms of technical aspects, all these animators have kind of gone a bit wrong. Whereas Little Mermaid 2, Flounder, such a tragic tale, and I think he deserves... I want to put him up for the win, really.
It's essentially what Brendan Fraser did in The Whale.
Yeah.
Flounder was happy to ugg himself up for the sake of a story.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it was riveting. It's riveting.
It just tells a harrowing experience of becoming a parent, falling out of love with your kids, realizing life isn't what it cracked up to be, definitely realizing Ariel did not have your back, even though you spent a lot of time with them. Really made you latch onto the fact that you were no longer friends with your friends from high school.
Yeah.
Like, it was confronting.
It was confronting.
Very existential.
Well, I didn't expect it for Little Mermaid 2, and yet here we are.
I did.
I mean, we're not going to do performance, but I mean, I don't know, we're doing makeup or anything, but here's the thing. I think Flounder deserves everything right now.
Best visual makeup, for sure.
Of
And
course.
also, maybe best performance.
I think so.
What the voice actor puts into that role really
Chain
is not
smoking,
too...
smoking every day just to get that brittle. How you guys doing? It's upsetting.
Not too dissimilar to what Austin Butler did for Elvis.
Of
Apparently, the voice actor of Flounder has not talked the way he used to prior to that role.
Yeah, he keeps telling everyone he's a little hound dog.
I know. And to bury it on a straight-to-DVD film...
Here's the thing. You gotta love the craft. Carl, I think this is a slam dunk. I think Flounder from Little Mermaid 2 is the most disgusting character.
I think we're going to have to give it to Flounder.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
It's Flounder.
Flounder. You just won a
a
Woot Award. All right, Oscar, we're powering into the next category.
Oh my God.
It's a new one, and it's a biggie. Worst Place to Live in a Film Award.
Ooh, I love this. Okay, let me close my eyes. I want the audience to do the same.
Don't worry.
Put
We're
me
gonna
in.
visualize
Where
it.
am I? Where am I?
The lighthouse that has like 40 kids and a pig living in it. Yours, mine, and ours. That hotel for dogs from Hotel for Dogs. The guest house from The Click, and you have to have that bitch just torment you day in and day out, and then you have to be the one that has to be the bigger person in the end? Atrocious. The Hive from Resident Evil. That place seems quite damp.
Yeah.
Let's face it, that was an underground lair, and yet it was really wet. Why was it so wet?
I'm glad you haven't even addressed like the zombies or the demonic thing. Just as a terms, before all that stuff happened, it did seem a bit damp.
A fucking hive of mold, if you will. You're not going to get through living in that circumstance.
It's not black mold, but it's definitely not good for your breathing.
The broken home the son lives in with his parents' inevitable divorce on the horizon, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, simply being related to Dom, Fast and the Furious, and spending a night eating garbage with Lyle in New York City from Lyle Crocodile.
As we've discussed before, Carl's not allowed to mention the crocodile.
We cannot comment. We aren't on
somehow
crocodile.
we can't comment, and yet you've said that this crocodile eats garbage.
I-
You're really sneaking in there that you just hate these dirty crocodiles, and they're always eating your goddamn garbage.
People
we won't
forget-
comment. We won't comment on it. Carl, we won't comment.
I don't get to do the nominations. The guild decides. Okay? The guild of who would watch this decides.
I think that was a sneak.
We are the hosts, and that is all.
Sure, in the cue cards, but I swear to God, I feel like when you said garbage, you laughed a little.
I did. I'm sorry. Look, I know that it's a locked briefcase. Okay? I know we're not allowed to see them because it's a sports bet and people are betting on these awards. But I gotta tell you, look, it's what's written on the card, and it also said here, pause for laughter. So what can I say? What can I say?
Now, Carl, we've already touched on the Resident Evil, but I've got to tell you, there's a lot of smelly homes here. This is a smelly place. If I remember correctly, 1,000 dogs lives in Hotel for Dogs,
So
and they
many
had a poop mechanism, but It didn't work very well.
And who was getting rid of the dumpster?
Yeah.
Who were they paying?
They had a golden fire hydrant. Great prop. However, again, the smell is everywhere. This is a smelly home.
Deeply harrowing experience. I think bad for a dog, worse for a human, worse for a child.
Yes, of course. Now, speaking of children, even though the dogs were shitting and pissing everywhere, I do think living in a home with 40 kids, Dennis Quaid, it might be worse.
It's tough. A lighthouse.
I think there was 2 bathrooms max. I do think the kids had to resort to shitting on the floor.
Why do they have a pig? Why do they have a pig?
I think they were trying to be wacky and a bit creative, but guess what? 9 kids, that might fly. You put 40 kids in a lighthouse, that pig's a nuisance, okay? It's a fucking nightmare. And I think, really, the amount of shit and piss that the pig is producing, minuscule in terms of those little kids.
Very, very similar to living a hotel for dogs.
Yeah.
I would say these guys are neck and neck and thus maybe cancel each other out.
I think so. I'm glad we've both agreed. Now, you are right. Now, the only one left is really a Shark Boy and Lava Girl, his depressing divorce home, or being related to Dom and living in that shitty house that's been blown up, like 8 times. Yeah. Listen, he's living in some beautiful places, but God, you're dragged to just...
He constantly just wants to move back to LA.
Yeah.
A simply inferior place to anywhere else in the world. It's crazy. It's crazy he wants to live there.
I gotta tell you, Carl, even though the smell's there, a divorced home, and big shout out to divorced parents, huh?
Yeah.
It's a tragic place to be living, huh?
Yeah. You're amping life up for all the stepmoms and stepdads out there. Good on you. Keep up the good work.
Good. If you're a listener of this, you're probably from a broken home.
You're probably from a broken home. Shout out to... Write into us if you're from a broken home. Email us at askwwwt@hotmail.com.
Oh, Carl, I mean, it's a shame we've wiped out the smelly homes, but
yeah. I gotta tell you right now...
that hive comment you said, I'm kind of back on the hive. You know, it was fucking dreadful when the zombies...
It was awful!
But you know what? The hive alone, standalone, was a bit moldy.
I could deal with the zombies if the location was dry.
Yeah.
Like, if they fought me on dry land, easy.
That's the thing, where you're doing the cleanup of the zombies, and you go, oh, the blood's been soaked up, but why is there black spores on my carpet?
I have absolutely no... It's just also, like, why... They didn't build that facility with a plug?
Yeah.
Just to slurp it all up?
It's poor engineering, and I'm glad we've agreed.
Oscar, but living in a guest house in the clique?
Oh my god, I forgot about this nightmare. Okay, huge. Here's the thing, though. I think we tweak the category.
Yeah.
I want to be a separate house in between these two people. Because if I was Claire, I think I'd get along. You know, I'd get along.
Oh, I'd be in the cool group.
Yeah, I'd be the cool group.
Is Claire the cool one?
Claire's the loser.
Oh, I wouldn't get along with Claire.
You've already said it, and I think it's telling, Carl. It's telling.
Sorry, I've said what I've said about Claire, and I've said what I've said about the crocodile community. Sue me.
They will. They simply will.
If you would like to sue us, contact us at askwwwt.com. But I mean, the circumstance of being in the guest house, being negged by the person that lives in the mansion.
I think here's the thing. I think I could handle it. However, if I was living between Claire and the villain from the clique, I think it'd be insufferable because I really would not know who's in the wrong. It's this social dilemma, and that's really where the hell comes from.
Oh, absolutely, it's a freaking nightmare to have to deal with. To either be miserable with Claire or just deal with the bully, like, negging you. Like, I know that bully would point out my love handles.
Yeah.
I know she'd do that.
Oh, she'd grab it. She'd grab it and go, oink, oink, oink. Yeah, and she did. She'd
go in, not having love handles, out having love handles.
Yeah.
And both comments would hurt me.
Oh, God. You know what, Carl? I'm close to tears. This is an emotional award. I think we just got to give it to them,
I think you've got to give it to what the audience wants.
And that's right. The clique. Congratulations.
You just won a Woot award. Now we're mixing it up a little bit.
Okay,
we've got a really good award here.
Okay.
It's called genuinely the best musical award. Genuinely, we have to objectively look at this category and give it to what we believe is the best musical.
Okay, we're not very sincere on this podcast, so I'm kind of freaking out.
Never sincere. Yeah, it's the sincere award, if you will.
Oh, shit.
The nominees are Barbie as Rapunzel, Lyle Lyle Crocodile, Strange Magic, The Little Mermaid 2, Barbie as the Princess and the Pauper.
Man, it's a tough year this time, and I gotta tell you, I'm a bit surprised because I genuinely didn't forget that 3 of those were musicals.
Yeah, right? I was shocked when I was looking through what we'd done. I was like, God, do we usually do this many goddamn musicals?
I don't remember. Did Strange Magic have like a jazzy number?
Strange Magic had the most of any of them.
Jesus
Do you remember
Christ.
they were all covers? They were all pop
it
covers?
was a jukebox
It was
musical.
a jukebox musical.
Man, that genuinely didn't even touch me.
Yeah.
I've completely forgot that.
I know why.
Why?
I bet you skipped every goddamn musical.
I don't
song.
remember.
reckon you did.
I don't reckon I skipped them.
I
The
reckon-
film's like 90 minutes. I don't think I would have
Less.
known.
It was about a minute. You gain time in life by watching it.
It's kind of fucked up, but I mean, here's the thing: is it worth it? No.
Yeah.
Carl, I'm just gonna say no to Strange Magic.
You're knocking it off?
I mean, sincerely, I forgot it was a musical. What's the point?
You listened to its album though.
I feel like Elton John had a cover, but like it was like, it's Rocket Bug. It was like fucked. It was bad.
Yeah, Rock You Like a Bugger Cane was one of the songs.
Oh god, hideous.
Yeah. Here's the thing. We have genuinely listened to the music from Lyle Lyle Crocodile.
We've not genuinely
We've
listened
genuinely
to it.
listened to the music from-
Cruelly had a running bit where you keep going, let me put on a song, and then put on Lyle Lyle Crocodile, and everyone gets annoyed at you.
He's on the top of the world tonight.
Yeah.
What do you want from me? What do you actually want from me?
I'm upset, but here's the thing, Carl.
There's 4 reprises on the album.
That is the nuts thing, isn't it?
It's nuts that they're mostly
they're
reprises.
just reprises from an album that's now. It's this album. You can't be like, oh, I forgot the song 3 songs ago on the album. Fuck it, we're reprising it. That's the nuts thing about it.
I think Look at Me Now has like 5 reprises.
Yeah.
They're never not singing that one.
Carl, here's the thing about the musical one. Normally, it's just a popularity contest, and guess what? I've heard that song twice, so we're gonna have to give it to Lyle.
I think we're gonna have to give it to Lyle. I think Lyle's the most successful musical out of all of them. However, you did remind me the music sort of slapped in Barbie and the Princess and the Pauper.
Here's the thing, though. One's owned by Disney, one is not.
Which one's owned by Disney?
Isn't Lyle?
I don't think it is.
It's not Disney?
No, I don't think Disney.
You
did
know what
that.
I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Where's My Water, which is an iPhone game which Disney owns, and I always get the Disney logo for that. I'm just associate that little twink crocodile with Lyle.
That is a really crazy leap.
I don't think it's
weird
crazy. I think most
association.
people would associate the game Where's My Water with Lyle Crocodile.
It's
I get
nuts that you
confused.
would combine those two.
It's not crazy. It's not crazy. If you listen,
should be
and maybe you should
ashamed.
open your ears to the crocodile
You
community.
know what I'm hearing?
No.
I'm hearing you say all crocodiles are alike.
I hear your.
That's
Whoa,
what I'm
no,
hearing.
no,
That's
hang
what I'm
on,
hearing from
hang
you.
on, hang on. The racist towards crocodiles is not going to be throwing that against me. Just before I heard said you called them dirty s's. Yeah, okay, I don't want to say it, but you know, please, you know, and that's fucked up. Okay, we'll have to bleep that, but that's fucked up. I don't use the word because I need to tell you what the word was, but you were using it like you dirty s and it was fucked up, Carl. You know, and these award shows can get a bit fucking filthy, but
This is our slap. This is our controversy for the episode. What the fallout of what's happening here with the crocodile? Like, what the end of this is just gonna have to be an apology to the reptile community. 9-minute YouTube apology published 3 months from now, being like, let's discuss the reptile comments.
they were not okay, and we've gone away and we've learned.
Yeah. Be like, Lyle, I'm ready to talk when you are. And Lyle's gonna go have a Netflix special where he just fucking hams into me.
So this fucking bitch called me a Twinkie croc, and I told that scaly bitch.
Alright, the next award's just like a little bit of a filler, and it's a congratulations to people that got to be in multiple movies this year.
Oh my god, good for you guys,
Right?
huh? We used to do a little thing. We have also put it with a memoriam. We used to do a sound effect for people, but then we've actually just a lot of people just in our films.
Yeah,
They're normally
all just here.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
It's just especially because we opened up a wider pool of what we'll review, which
Yeah.
was sort of anything.
You tell us again.
Yeah,
Ask
you tell us.
www.podcast@gmail.com. Send us an email. We'll probably do it.
With Gmail, God, I'm terrible with that one.
I thought you were doing a bit. You genuinely thought we were
It's not
Outlook.
it's not my job.
Hotmail? Who the fuck's opened a Hotmail account in the
I
last
don't do
10
the admin
years?
on this podcast. It's
You
not for
do
me.
do the admin on the podcast. What are you talking about?
It's not my job.
Oh my god. What are the
Certainly not my
nominees?
job.
What are the nominees?
I mean, there's no nominees. It's just shout outs. It's almost like a career award, if you will. Matthew Lillard got to be on 5 Nights at Freddy's and 2 Scooby-Doo films this year.
good for
3
him.
movies in totals. Tied with Kenneth Branagh, who got to be in 3 of his own trilogy. That's
good for
pretty
him,
good, right?
yeah.
And then the other person was whichever actor played Bach, who was in the Death on the Nile and Murder on the Orient Express.
Yes, good for him.
He got to be in 2.
Yeah.
Other than that, I didn't look into anymore. But there were probably more.
I'm going to say right now, there's probably like 11 Fast and Furious characters there.
Oh, that's so... Vin Diesel was in like 11
Vin Diesel's like in a trillion, like 15. You've done shit admin work. You've done bad research. You know what? We're keeping this segment in. Carl, what's the next award?
Okay, I'll take an L. If you're upset about what just happened, email us at www.com.au. Ask who would watch this, /America. We have a really great little category before we start to wrap things up, and that's
beautiful.
the movie that spooked us the most.
Oh, we were shaking in our little boots. We got the willies a lot this year.
We did a lot of horror. And some of them...
What's the first horror film we did, Carl? Casper, the Friendly Ghost.
We did Casper the Friendly Ghost. We did A Haunting in Venice, which spooked me.
It spooked the hell out of me.
To the core.
Truly, we were haunted in Sydney.
I did not sleep well after seeing A Haunting in Venice. I was simply so spooked. 5 Nights at Freddy's, a spook fest, if you will. The Meg 2, I haven't gone in the water since. What can I say?
You haven't bathed in years.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up. It wasn't the Meg either. It was Meg 1.
The Mummy 2017, that's made me fear going to London because of the rats.
Oh, it's fucked up.
Spooked me.
Spooked
Me completely. Fast 10, for the moment the film ended on a cliffhanger and you realize this series was never going to fucking end. That really spooked the hell out of me when I realized we'd bitten off more than we could chew.
Yeah, that was... We still have not finished. We've not done the Hobbs and Shaw. We've still got more. It just keeps growing.
We've got
that
more.
Probably is the scariest thing that's actually ever happened to us.
I don't know what to do about it.
But you know what? I mean, in sincerity, it might be 5 Nights at Freddy's, which is pretty...
Oh, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, there is.
Keep going.
Yeah, well, there's actually only one more. Lyle Crocodile. That's it.
I wonder why you were scared of them. You were shaking your boots when they popped up on screen, weren't you? You racist piece of shit. You were like, listen, it's not the Academy. You've added that one in. I've got the cue cards here. You went that dirty.
The Guild nominated them for it. It's not on me. Okay. They asked for more reptile diversity this year, and we opened up the pool. What do you want from me?
Having an absolute complaint. Oh, Oscars are so human-centric, aren't they?
There were so many mammals.
The Wood Awards are so mammal-centric.
We need more cold-blooded animals. And look at that.
You said cold-blooded animals like it was a slur. That was spiteful.
I don't know. They sit in the sun for long periods of time. What do you want from me?
They're
it's
lazy.
Weird. They're lazy. They take all of our jobs with their laziness. The snakes, the reptiles.
They're taking all our musical-centric jobs where they get on they're taking all the scarves in the industry. It's pretty ridiculous, honestly.
You ever seen a blue-tongued lizard? A little fat cat of the economy, if you will. Just sitting on the edge of Parliament, counting their
you're
dollars.
live to the Wood Award audience, and they are
God,
not.
I don't care.
Oh God! Oh,
I've
Jesus.
said what I've said.
What's
Anyway.
the biggest woolies? I think Carl's discrimination. That's the scariest thing I've seen all year.
No.
Probably 5 Nights at Freddy's, though. That kid did give me the willies, huh?
Did it? I was pretty spooked by Haunting in Venice. That kid turned out to be really smart. I didn't realize kids could do that.
You're going to freak out when you see Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? That's going to make you shit yourself.
Oh, yeah, the crocodiles on that too.
Oh, Carl, I think Haunting in Venice might have it for
Well,
me.
I mean, I'm happy to cave on 5 Nights at Freddy's.
I mean,
Like,
that's
don't
the only
mind,
one that's genuinely kind of technically a horror film.
Well, what
Did they
about-
even- You know what? Fuck it, Casper. It's an absolute upset.
It is. Ugh, out of nowhere, Casper, with an actual twink in it.
What, Casper or one of the uncles?
One of the gunkles. A gay uncle, if
I
you
was
will.
going to say a ghost uncle, but you went for homophobic. Yeah, you're pissing off the lizards.
I can say it.
You can say it.
I can say that
You can
one.
say whatever crocodile's a twink, but you cannot be...
I'm not a crocodile. I cannot comment, but I have been a ghost, and I am also a gay uncle.
Congratulations to Casper, you dirty little twink.
You just won a Woot Award. Oscar, it's the beautiful time of the year
Oh my god, Carl.
when we try and figure out the worst film.
Carl, how this works is we're going to go through the list. We're starting from January 8th to December 20th, which was finished with the Polar Express for a second time. We're going to go through the movie. We're going to say yay or nay. So the first one's going to start. We're going to go, is it better than this one? And then we're going to just keep going.
It's a great format.
It's fantastic. Carl, we're getting straight into it. Barbie as Rapunzel against Angels and Demons. This is huge.
Oh, it's so fucking easy. It's easily Barbie. Barbie was awful. I hated it, and I never want to view another one of them again.
I mean, you're lucky because Angels and Demons is actually banging.
Angels and Demons is flat out the best movie we've ever done on the podcast. It is a riot. It is nuts. It is one of the most unserious serious movies.
It's fun. It's cheeky.
It's
I like
so
it. It's got a
fun.
fun. You know what?
It's great paced.
It goes well.
It goes.
Some of these films are just so dreadfully paced.
Some of them are just daring you to turn them off. They're like, "Look at you. You're really gonna finish this?" And you go, "I guess not."
I mean, speaking of Inferno, it's probably still Barbie.
The polar
I think-
opposite of Angels and
I think you
Demons.
were so adamant about Barbie that you were saying we're never going to do one again. Except for 6 months later, we did another Barbie.
Because there's a charm. There's a charm to them in memory.
Yeah, fairs.
Okay, yeah. Look, I still think Barbie's got it. What's the next one?
Now, this one's The King's Daughter. This is a very forgettable one. It's, but I gotta tell you, it's so dull that it's kind of made me hate it more than Barbie.
I couldn't tell you a thing that happened.
I could not tell you a thing
I
that
forgot we'd
happened.
reviewed it, and that's the one that made people listen to us.
Yeah, I don't think it was a good episode.
No, it's a bad episode. We're
I gotta
really
say,
tired.
I prefer to do Rapunzel over that. I think The King's Daughter's taking the clinch.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I'm happy to concede.
All right,
I'm
nice.
happy to concede.
King's Daughter, the last song. This is Miley Cyrus.
It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
It's a bit of
It's
fun.
a bit camp. It's a
I
bit.
think it's better.
It's a bit bad. It's got all these sea turtles in it.
Yes, the
You
sea
know,
turtles. Oh,
The dad dies young.
I think it's got more emotional. The King's Daughter, I cannot remember a single thing to the point that I want to get rid of it. But anyway, King's Daughter wins.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
so.
All right, King's Daughter still worse. Now the lucky ones. Zachy E. He's having a big moment at the time.
He is. He's having a big moment now. The
Yeah.
Iron Claw.
Iron Claw, Carl. I don't want to spoil it for next year, but we might be doing a few more Zachy E movies.
We have we have an incredible lineup of films next year.
We're
You
very
have no
excited.
idea.
So Zachy E's off it at the moment. King's Daughter's still garbage.
Oh, absolutely. I think the King's Daughter, but I will say, now we're on to Safe Haven. I think Safe Haven is a camp fest to the nines.
Oh, yes.
Twist after twist after
That
twist.
is like a Hallmark movie with a bit of budget, huh?
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, look, I think King's Daughter still got it.
Yeah, I think King's Daughter still got it. I would like something to displace it because it's just so boring that it really
know.
saps a lot of my energy.
I have a feeling it's going to get displaced, don't you worry.
Okay, huge. Wild Child, King's Daughter. I'm a big fan of Wild Child. I don't think it should be on this list, but hey.
I mean, I would rather watch Wild Child over the King's Daughter.
There we go. Now, we've got a lot of Fast and Furious coming up. Okay, Tokyo Drift, an absolute banger.
Yeah.
Of a soundtrack, the film itself, I don't know.
It does have one of the best performances of a 40-year-old playing an 18-year-old. I will give them that. I would still say the King's Daughter has got this.
I think so.
Yeah.
Now, we've got the fourth Fast and Furious.
I'm going to tell you right now,
That's a boring film.
I hated the fourth Fast and
I think
Furious.
considering how much fun a lot of the Fast and Furious movie is, this one, completely forgettable.
I would rather watch the King's Daughter over watching Fast
Out
and
of
Furious.
curiosity,
Yeah.
it's by far the worst.
I
Fast
know
and Furious.
what to expect in that, and that is like the last 40 minutes is a car in a tunnel.
Yeah.
Hard to see, no crashes.
I would like to know what the King's Door is all about again. This one, I feel like I remember it, but in the worst way possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Carl, that's huge. Fast and Furious 4.
Fast
if
and
you will.
Furious 4 is now the leader. Is now
Okay.
the front runner for worst.
Now,
film.
we've had a great year. Fast 5,
Incredible film.
Opposite. Fantastic.
Obviously, that is genuinely the actual best movie we've done on the podcast.
Oh, I think
like,
so,
high
yeah.
recommend. Everybody should watch Fast 5. Nothing wrong with that one. I think we can easily go past like Fast and Furious 6.
Yep.
Weak, but still
Yeah.
way better.
Now, Legend. Now, Legend's a wacky one, and good for Ridley Scott. I think it's fun. It's interesting. And it's got a cult following. It's definitely better than
It's
Fast
definitely
and
got a visual style.
Yeah.
I really struggled to sit through Legend.
I did too. I'm just curious though.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely better.
Yeah.
It's definitely got more going for it.
Yeah.
Bring It On, All or Nothing.
Laugh Riot.
Absolute fun.
Too good. Probably shouldn't have done it on the podcast.
No.
Weak episode, if I recall, as well.
Because
so
it's just too good.
It's simply too good.
That's the problem.
Just,
we take a risk and go, it's a good movie.
Wasn't aware it was more like akin to a scary movie film than what the first Bring It On was.
I think
so it was a bit of an L on us.
A bit of an L on us, okay? Fast 7, hey, it's good.
I made a bill.
I made a bill.
What do you want us to do?
Here's the thing, we love money. Fast and Furious 8, still better than Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Fast and Furious 4 is the worst one.
I think so.
I think. Like, is the worst Fast and Furious movie.
It's boring. I remember, though, they hinge a lot of the plot, though, on the fourth one, don't they?
Yeah, they do. You need to have seen the fourth one for some reason. They're like, this is the reset that matters.
Yeah. Oh, Carl, we've also now got Strange Magic. Now, I gotta tell you,
I gotta tell you as well.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of mileage out of the Bug King fucking, but the actual film itself, it's pretty painful.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I would much rather watch Fast and Furious over Strange Magic again.
Oh, really?
I don't want to see Strange Magic again.
Yes, then it's good. Strange Magic is now.
I think it's not only a visually ugly film, but I mean, remember what the plot is.
Oh,
like it's like they sort of go back and forth.
They kidnap somebody. It's God. You know what? Strange Magic is actually pretty similar to Legend. Actually, now I think about it.
I have a feeling Strange Magic is almost 2.5 hours long.
Yeah,
3, maybe pushing 3.
Martin Scorsese directed.
Actually, you know what? I have not considered the fact that Fast and Furious is a long film.
Listen. We've got. Although I think there's more to it. Strange Magic has nothing redeeming.
It's true. Okay.
Yeah. Strange Magic. Okay, F9. Hui. You know what? Even though we just toppled Fast and Furious, F9's longer.
F9 was a tough watch. God, they really lost their groove, didn't they, that Fast and Furious franchise?
Yeah, God, but they're going to have it back in Fast X2?
I don't think so. Do you reckon back on F9?
Man, it might be back on F9.
F9's terrible.
I think Strange Magic's 90 minutes. F9's quicker.
Yeah, okay, let's do F9.
Okay, huge. FX.
I'd rather watch FX over F9.
I think so.
It was a minor improvement.
Yeah.
But also not an improvement.
Which one was
at all.
John Cena? Was that F9?
Yeah.
Was he redeemed?
He's in both, but
Which ones were he redeemed in?
X.
Gotcha. I remember his
redemption arc? Oh, wait.
Great.
Dumb.
Great. Oh, dumb.
Yeah, right. Remember he kills himself for no reason? He's like, I'll sacrifice myself.
I don't mind that. John Cena was like, I'm getting out of the franchise. I don't mind it. And let's face it, they're all alive. So far, F9 is the worst film of the year. Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea.
Look, that is terrible, but it is short.
It's like 70 minutes.
Yeah, also, what you get out of Flounder and Ursula's sister that you forget about? I don't know. Genius, I guess?
Okay, Carl. A huge hit. Cars 2.
Look, Cars 2 is a pretty nicely animated movie.
Yeah.
It is a
Strange
bit...
Magic, isn't?
Yeah. Is that controversial for me to say?
I don't know. It's a Pixar film.
Pixar's nailed it. Strange Magic is genuinely a very unappealing movie.
I think so.
And it's weird that they were like, that's the style we were going for. And I was like, why?
Because they got the ugly people are the ugly. And they go, well, the pretty ones are also pretty fucking hideous.
Yeah.
So, bold on them. Indiana Jones Crystal Skull. I remember rewatching this.
We were both like, this movie's great.
It's pretty good.
Not great, but we were like, in amongst what we would usually review, this is well made, it's well acted.
I feel like when it came out, it was like, it cannot get worse than this. And then we've had a lot of bad years. Honestly, seeing Steven Spielberg's directing on a bad film,
it's pretty good. It's pretty stunning.
Good.
It's great. It's just great.
Yeah.
Sydney White.
I gotta tell ya, I get the vibe of people watching this. I don't think it's worse than Strange Magic, but I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
Tom Cruise's The Mummy. I'm going to tell you right now, I actually think Tom Cruise's The Mummy is worse than F9.
I think it's longer and it's pretty boring,
it's
isn't it?
So dull.
The only thing that's clenching it, though, is the fact that... Do you remember the trailer that dropped with no audio?
Yeah.
That's brought more joy to me. But I'm happy to toss up The Mummy.
It's crazy just watching The Mummy and they're setting up things that are not interesting for other movies, and they're not even paying attention to their own current movie. And you're like, what are you doing?
That is so true.
Yeah.
It's given me joy in the sense that they set up the Strange Magic universe, the Dark Universe, and then just didn't deliver on it.
The Strange Magic Universe. God, get me the hell out of that.
Are we saying The Mummy?
I think The Mummy's the worst one of the year.
Okay. Gotcha. Princess and the Pauper.
I'm gonna give it to Princess and the Pauper.
That's
terrible. I hated it.
That's
it's
crazy.
not good.
I'm gonna say right now, Primager is a fucking.
No,
do you
I
not
would
remember
not.
that?
I would not touch Princess and the Pauper with a 50-foot pole.
I'm
That movie's
actually-
like an
I'm not even joking. I'm pretty sure we're gonna watch it in our lifetimes again. I don't think I'll ever see The Mummy or Strange Magic again. But Princess and the Pauper, dare I say, I've got it queued up. We can pivot back to Strange Magic.
I don't want to. I hate them both. I mean, I guess the Mummy's better. Worse than I don't. They're just such an unpleasant looking film.
You know what though? I will say Princess and the Pauper. I'll give it to you. Princess and the Pauper's worse. I think I love it so much. I think a lot of people do, but it seems like you genuinely were so broken by it. I'm just also using that as a bit of a power play now. So you can have Princess and the Pauper if you want.
I would like Princess and the Pauper. It was terrible.
That's huge. Okay, the Meg. Listen, Meg's fun.
Yeah.
Boring and bland.
But fun at the end.
Yeah, so good for it.
Yeah.
Hotel for Dogs.
Sucks balls.
Yeah.
Hated Hotel for
I
Dogs.
do not like Hotel for Dogs at
And
all.
I guarantee you some dogs died on set on that.
Oh, yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
saw the behind the scenes. They were kicking them.
But I still think Princess and the Pauper. Casper is a vibe.
Casper's a vibe.
Casper's a flat out vibe.
Set's fun, 90s. I'm keen to do Casper and Wendy.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, I forgot that we have that one. Yeah, love
Meg 2 Trench.
it. Oh,
It's a slog.
this was a
real
harsh
slog.
watch in cinemas.
Yeah.
And not worth it. And it's also over 2 hours, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's pretty. It's not worth it. It's definitely. I don't think I'll ever watch it again. But,
Yeah, I
oh
know.
God.
I'm now thinking maybe you're right about I will watch Princess and the Pauper again in my life, but
Yeah.
I won't watch The Mummy again in my life.
Yeah.
But I think The Meg 2 is worse than The Mummy.
I think there's action. I feel like it's got more. The Meg 2's got some more action.
You
scenes.
reckon?
It's a bit more stump.
I just remember them being like on a little base for a while, and there's like
Yeah, there's not very much. God, it's a bit of a mess.
yeah, I don't know. Oh, maybe it is The Mummy. I would like to make it The Mummy again.
Yeah, let's make The Mummy again.
Okay.
I think The Mummy's just not good.
Yeah.
All right, Murder Express.
Gold.
Gold.
Solid gold.
Join us. Oh my God. Death on the Nile.
Gold.
Gold. Jupiter Ascending.
Oh, okay. This is a comparable one to The Mummy.
Yeah, this. Listen, Wachowski's a bit of interesting bit with there, but
It could be Jupiter Ascending. Like, Jupiter Ascending is pretty... Like, it doesn't make sense.
No.
It is really long.
But I think The Mummy's more like.
Do you
actually
like the ambition of Jupiter Ascending?
I do. I think there's more on screen in the sense that we wanted to make this, and The Mummy is we don't want to make this, we want to make money.
Yeah, they're like, this is our Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. A Haunting in Venice. I gotta tell you, it's too spooky for me to even discuss right now. It's simply too spooky.
Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
It's this one. I hate this one's terrible.
This one, actually, you know what? I'm happy to listen. The Mummy, boring. Strange Magic, kind of ugly. Drama Queen, I think she's mean. And I think
I'm going to tell you right now, I fast-forwarded bits in Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
It's fucked up.
I'm not afraid to admit it, but the fact that I know I'm 90% sure I didn't fast-forward anything in The Mummy, like, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, they bum around a school for an hour before they get to the plot. Like, it's just them being, it's nuts. And it has a weird visual style. It's tonally all over the place. There's, like, no comeuppets. There's no comeuppets for anyone.
No.
Yeah. No, I think... Are you on board with me?
I would, yes, but I want to just preference this. This is the second worst teenage drama queen of the year. So at the moment, you know what? We'll take away The Mummy, we'll take away Strange Magic, and we'll take away Princess Pauper. I think Confession of the Teenage Drama Queen is there.
Okay, all right, nice.
Now we've got Yours, Mine, and Ours.
Yeah, I think. Look, it's like it's a simpleton film.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Well, it's the cheaper of the dozen for the smart kids.
Yeah,
is what
it
they're
is.
calling it.
I think so.
Well, that pig is pretty wacky. Okay, I gotta say.
I think it's out there for kids with a certain IQ.
Right, fine.
On the
Hi.
low spectrum.
Confession of a Teenage Drama Queen or Cody Banks?
Oh,
slaps.
Cody Banks slaps.
Yeah.
Cody Banks is all fun.
I gotta tell you,
all
Carl.
thrills.
Although I love this film, absolutely adore it. I gotta tell you, rewatching The Clique, it's. I don't know where the Who Would Watch This award normally is. Who Would Watch This, and this is such a polarizing film. I think it might be a polarizing year.
We couldn't find an audience for it.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like we were.
But yeah, I fell in love with it. That's the issue with The Clique. It's a tough one. The Clique.
Yeah, for the listener at home, Oscar has grown up calling it the clique with his sisters.
Yes.
So he's never said it right once.
I've never said it right once.
And it's rubbed off onto me and I hate it.
Carl, where are you putting it?
I think you're right. I think the clique is worse than Confessions of a
but I
Teenage Drama
can't stress
Queen.
you enough. I do love it and would watch it probably again.
I don't think you would.
You're crazy. Now, after everything, normally the after series is pretty bottom tier.
I feel like they've swept maybe a few years as
they
well.
may have, yeah.
But this year, I gotta tell you, they
I
really
love
picked themselves up.
comeuppance. I love just the, you know what, fuck you.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have fun, huh?
I loved them being like, Harden's changed because he had a holiday. And you're like, I guess a holiday is good for everyone's mental health.
Oh, God.
I think the clique still has it.
Resident Evil.
It's got moments, right? It's got
got
a bit more going on.
Yeah,
everything's a bit wet, but sure.
Yeah. Five Nights at Freddy's.
I think the clique.
fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, a classic.
Yeah.
You can't get angry at Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, you can't. But you can get angry at Shark Boy and Lava
Shark
Girl.
Boy and Lava Girl's tough because
It's a pretty tough one.
That is gotten to a point of age where there is like a sassiness and like a yesification in like the clique that you can have drinks and
You said like a real gay man just then.
yeah, sorry
that was like a 50-year-old man trying to get the youth on board, huh?
rats.
The Shark Boy and Lava Girl did slay, but did it no cap? That's the question on everyone's mind.
I think the clique slays more than Shark Boy and Lava
100%.
Girl.
I'm going to say with this, now Spy Kids, I think on a rewatch is much better. Shark Boy and Lava Girl, I had nostalgia for it.
There's nothing to
It
latch
really
onto
sapped
as an
me.
adult.
I really wouldn't mind putting this at the worst.
I think it is because I really couldn't.
Yeah.
That was really a rough watch.
That's a tough one.
And I got to tell you, I genuinely did fast forward in that one.
And that's 80 minutes.
I know, and I still really wanted it to come in at about 30.
Yeah. All right, Lizzie McGuire movie, Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I mean, obviously, Shark Boy and Lava Girl's
of course.
worse. Like Lizzie McGuire movie. What a film!
It's fun. Scooby-Doo 2.
Yeah. Look,
Hang on.
obviously, Shark Boy and Lava Girl's got it. I think we've got a real head-to-head as an end.
I
here.
do think we have a head-to-head, and again, we're not unbiased, okay?
Yeah.
We have just done this. But Deck the Halls and Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
I feel like I would be able to get through Deck the Halls.
I think, well, that's the thing. I think I would watch this maybe once again.
Yeah.
I don't think I would ever watch Deck the Halls again.
I don't think I could sit through Shark Boy and Lava Girl. If somebody was like, let's put this on as a joke, I don't think I could finish Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
You know...
Deck the Halls. You know the other day when we all crowd round and we watched Christmas
Yeah.
with the Cranks? We could do that with Deck the
That's
Halls.
so true.
I genuinely cannot stomach Shark Boy and Lava Girl
Alright.
again. If we were put on the edge and we were told that we had to watch one of these movies tomorrow, going through this list, I simply would do anything to not watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl tomorrow.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, let's just go through the little things. We're finished up. Polar Express, we're going to have to fucking watch
Well,
it.
we watch it every
We're
year.
gonna watch it every
Who
year.
would watch it? It's us. It's got
us.
an audience.
Yeah, it's got an audience.
I
Now-
don't know like...
So, see, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Deck the Halls, we've got Mummy, and we've got Strange Magic. You know what? I think it has to be Shark Boy and Lava
I think
Girl.
it has to be... Look, and I do want to give consideration to the click.
Carl, I think we're going to have to call it. I think it's Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I think it's Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
my
I think
God.
I did not see it winning.
No, I didn't.
When we came in?
I'll give it this. It's been a pretty solid year. We haven't done anything fucking abysmal.
No.
You know? Well, I mean, in some other years, there's been some broken films.
We have treated ourselves this
We've
year.
been, I'll be honest, going back here, there's some okay movies
We've
here.
thrown in a
We've been-
few like, oh, we deserve to watch like a good film, or like this one's teetering on the edge. Like, yeah, nobody loves it, but is it really bad?
We're kind to ourselves, but fuck it. Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I think Shark Boy and Lava Girl, congratulations, you just won the major Who Would Watch This award, also known as the Woot Award. Oscar, I would love to end the year on a bit. Well, I guess not the end of the year. Start the year on a high.
Start of the year.
Let's, we've talked some crap about some movies. We
Yeah.
haven't been too kind to a few things. Shall we throw out some, some little palate cleanser movies to what we enjoyed this year?
I think so.
Some movies to be grateful for?
Yes, of course.
We both saw Poor Things the other night.
We did both see Poor Things last night. That was terrific. The
Yeah.
set design's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, but Mark Ruffalo is a star in it.
Absolute star. Some of the funniest dialogue I've heard all year.
Oh, it is. It really is a
I think,
funny
and it
film.
keeps creeping up on me. And I think it's growing on me.
I think it's growing on me
Yeah.
too. I think when it was done, I was like, oh, I'm interested to see how this sits with me. It sits really well.
It sits really well. I'm really keen to rewatch
Yeah.
it. Absolutely big recommend of Poor Things.
Yeah. The other one that has been sitting really well with me is The Holdovers. I would watch The Holdovers again in a heartbeat.
That was, I mean, I can't remember which film we watched. It must have been Deck the Halls, and
Yeah.
then must have very closely watched The Holdovers.
Yeah.
That is, I love Alexander Payne. I gotta tell you, absolutely smashed it. I don't know what the go is Oscar wise, but people are chatting about Paul Giamatti. I don't mind if he's in the running because it's.
I think he could win. I think I'd be happy for him to win.
I think it's a
Yeah.
beautiful film.
I'd be happy with
Absolutely
him. You know,
love it.
he's facing off against Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
You know, like they're having fun. Cillian? What do people like to call him?
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah,
I believe.
Cillian Murphy. Yeah. Oscar May December.
May December. That is just terrific. Really loving May December. I mean, there's a bit of awful online discourse, but I think it tackles. It's kind of funny in such an upsetting way, and I think
Is there an online discourse around it? What are people upset about?
I think people weren't like it was more, what do you call it? Is it camp or is it sort of? People were sort of saying that, so they couldn't really go. Oh, but Todd Haynes kind of came out like it's not camp. We're kind of going for our own thing. I don't know. Either way,
how dare it be its own thing?
Yeah.
How dare you be something new?
I think it tackles the issue at hand.
Yeah,
Doing the
and I think it's
spoilers.
got phenomenal performances.
Yeah.
And also.
I just
Really,
think balancing that, like, it's
Yeah.
funny in such an awful, shocking way, and I love that kind of comedy.
it's a tough subject matter as well,
Yeah.
and a very interesting one considering it's doing a spin on a true story,
Yeah.
but not really being a true story.
I
Like
think
it's very clever.
I kind of love how it's shot. There's a lot of split shots.
Yeah.
There's like, I mean, honestly, the look of a Hallmark movie, but like from the it's real fun. I really enjoy it.
It also has a great score,
Yeah.
really good score. I'm going to give a shout out to Kills of the Flower Moon.
Yeah,
as
Kills the
well.
Flower Moon.
And
God damn.
for 3.5 hours, it feels like 2.5.
And it's a solid, just absolutely solid. Oh, and Leo's such probably most evil. I love Leo going, you know what? I'm going to play the most fucking awful characters.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a villain be so buffoonish. I quite like that element to it, It's like like the evil of like just kind of bumming around.
Yeah,
I
like
love
such
it.
an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also going to call out Bottoms.
Bottoms are fantastic. However, Bottoms got a bit edged out to me by Theatre Camp.
Oh, I've not seen Theatre Camp.
Oh man, I got both of them fantastic comedies.
Okay, nice.
I think
I'm keen to watch Theatre Camp.
Real fun modern comedies, but Theatre Camp took a little bit for me. Also Blackberry, which is
Yeah, I've not seen Blackberry.
Matt Johnson's directorial. It's about how the BlackBerry phone, the rise and fall. Dennis from Always Sunny is terrific, but Matt Johnson is an absolute director in the making. He's already directed 2 other films and Nirvana the Band Show. Just great stuff. Best, I think, similar to a Social Network. Absolutely loving it.
I really enjoyed No One Will Save You, which was that dialogue-less movie on Disney Plus. That was about the alien invasion.
Yes.
Great, cool little thriller. Very clever. I quite like Brian Dufield's films. He did that Spontaneous movie where kids at the high school's heads are blowing up due to disease. Have you seen that one?
Oh, no, I haven't.
It's like a love story. It's a good one.
Stunning.
Yeah, and he also did Love and Monsters, which is good. But I thought that was a nice, riveting one. And I loved Past Lives this year as well.
I've not seen Past Lives. I feel like I'm going to absolutely love Past Lives.
Yeah, and I mean, I think just because everybody's giving them props, so I don't think we have to, but I thought Oppenheimer and Barbie were great.
Yeah, Oppenheimer and Spider-Man was also Spider-Verse.
Yeah, Spider-Verse I thought was also like really, really good. If you want a good little rom-com, Rye Lane I think is really excellent.
Beautiful.
That was a little gem this year. I think this was a 2023 movie, but and also I thought Talk to Me was like a really really fun
Australian horror film. And fun to see us on the big screen and be a good film. Huge for that.
I know, it almost never happens that we get to see a good one of them.
Yeah.
Lots of good films this year. Anatomy of a Fall is excellent. I saw that at Sydney Film Fest, and that was phenomenal.
I've seen his Jonathan Glaze. Is that his director?
No, you're thinking of
What am I thinking of?
the Nazi one.
It's the other. It looks like a similar poster, doesn't it?
Yes, they've got similar posters.
I
yeah.
watched Sexy Beast, which is his
Yeah,
favorite film. I'm working my way through. I need to watch Under the Skin and then that, but I'm very keen.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think, look, there's been some good ones, and we've got other ones that we have not seen that are coming up, so I'm really excited for
Half of them in Australia are like, hey, you're going to get them in March.
Yeah.
You're like, great, cool.
You're like, cool, all right. They're like, wait till all the Oscars come out. And you're like,
cool.
All right.
Great.
Wait and neglect us as per usual.
God damn.
Yeah.
Real fun year, Carl.
A great year.
I'm glad we smashed through some fun franchises. We got to watch some great films. Got some fun listeners. If you guys have stuck it out for us, thank you so much.
Yeah. If you haven't stuck it out for us, email us at askwwwtpodcast@gmail.com.
It's the Hotmail one. You gotta push the Hotmail one.
Again, I don't do admin, so it doesn't fall on me. It's not my responsibility.
Carl, just a quick apology to the lizard community, the dinosaur community. Oh, you were saying
the dinosaur community.
whatever they want to be, whatever those freaking crocs want to be
Again,
called.
we are not
I don't give a
crocodiles.
shit about those fuck. That's right. I'm on Carl's side. They can get fucked. Thanks for a great year.